And we are back once. I say we're back once again, but it's been a long time, honestly. We've been on a hiatus with this tournament for over a month now. I apologize. We've been busy with ANZ Chance, but now we are back with Sentimiento Latino number 112. And with me later on tonight will be joining me Ducklings. Ducklings will be joining me, but for now I am by myself. And what a first series we have. We are very familiar with both of these players, and we have a bit of a rare matchup. We have a TvT, and spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Light Shade LE, we have the Mexican Terran. He is pink, representing Unidos por el Vicio. It is WhiteIdra. Yo, and things are popping off. Spawning in the top left, but also in his opponent's natural base, we have the Brazilian Terran. He is blue, representing Death Zone Gaming. It is AreZ. Both of these players very similarly skilled. I would say that WhiteIdra is a little bit more accomplished. Not for the best reasons. He is a very cheesy player. Everyone should remember him. He's even taken games off of someone like Paco Mike with his cheese, famously proxying a factory or even Raxes out here and then floating it into the main base, specifically on this map because there's so much dead room here in the main. But now the shoe is on the other foot. But WhiteIdra SCV scouts, he sees that his opponent is missing his production. But does he know where it is? Because, oh my god, it's not just a proxy Rax, it is a proxy Marauder with concussive shell. So, this is very different. Because it's proxy Marauder, like, he can bust through a bunker, like, no problem. He can push through these buildings, so this is very dangerous here. WhiteIdra, he needs to be fair, because he SCV scouted, he knows the position he's in. He's already pumping out as many units as possible. He just doesn't know what kind of proxy it is. Ooh, as he loses his SCV in the main, and AreZ is already transitioning. So what's important is that, sure, WhiteIdra, he saw both gases, so with that, he can cross off a couple of things, like it's not Mass Marine. It could still be Mass Reaper, except the Reapers should have been hitting by now, to be honest. And here come the first two Marauders to chip away at, I assume, the bunker. Ooh, actually backs off. Interesting. Does he even intend to bust into the main? He could just be looking to contain, to be honest, which I wouldn't blame him. Like, it sounds kind of weird, but just staying out here and denying the natural base, like, that's something. But here we go, he lifts up his Rax. With this, he should be able to pick away freely at the supply depot and take it out, and maybe even the bunker from there. There we go. Depot being focused down. It's just dead, mate. It's just gotta go down. And I don't think he can hit that bunker at the same time. Ooh, WhiteIdra is actually a little bit supply blocked here, but he has the tank. He pushes AreZ away, and oh my god, AreZ, he's doubling down on this. He is proxying the starport. I saw the 111 and I was like, yeah, he's just doing it at home. Nah, mate, it's here. It's at the third. Banshee? Yeah, it's gonna be Banshees. There's no fusion core or anything crazy like that. There it is. Cloak is being researched. Meanwhile, the Rax does go into the main base to scout, and this is dangerous because going for Banshees like this will it could just kill WhiteIdra. WhiteIdra has 1 CC, 1 scan available to him. That's it. Ay. Oh, I say 1 scan, you know what I mean, right? Like, he has to be so careful. He has to make sure he doesn't mule. If he mules, then he's gone, mate. Here we go. At the same time, he is going for a drop. So, I don't really like this. He's trying to clean up this army. I was hoping he would just zoom across the map. There's nothing at home to defend. But instead, he's trying to clean up these Marauders. And, ooh, the Marauders are kind of leading him to the proxy. So, AreZ has to be careful here. As WhiteIdra is going to clean all of this up. What is there at home? Okay, there will be a Cyclone at home. So, he will have a unit to defend. It's going to be all about the control for AreZ. All right, here we go. WhiteIdra, he's zooming across the map. AreZ, he is getting his natural base. Again, there's nothing at home to defend, only a single cyclone. And, oh, never mind. The cyclones that he made earlier were actually halfway across the map, and now they're turning back around, actually trying to catch a drop. Meanwhile, as all this is happening, the Banshees are slowly banking up. Cyclone Shop, they should be able to focus down this weakened tank. But he doesn't go for it, and now the tank, Matthew, is not going to finish. It does get denied. The tank does unsiege. Meanwhile, these Cyclones are looking to catch some reinforcements. Maybe they can. He's just barely out of range. Oh, but what's important is the tank of AreZ finished. I'm honestly surprised. I thought the factory was going to go down, but because of that, WhiteIdra can't really push further into the main. He's going to try, but he's going to lose his main, and there we go. The Banshees go across the map. How many scans do we have? As SCVs are falling, we have plenty of Vikings. One scan. Oh my god, can he even get one? He doesn't even get one. Ay. And WhiteIdra gets pushed away. AreZ holds in his main base, and the Banshees come back in. There is the second scan, the final scan for WhiteIdra, but here comes the third Banshee. No, Banshee. ¿Por qué? AreZ, please. To be fair, there's a missile turret now, so WhiteIdra holds on one base, but AreZ has a second base to fall back on. Oof. Ugh. Ay. So we're in a really weird place. Oh no! Okay. We do have another scan wasted on this Banshee, but the Banshee will survive. What's important is that this Banshee is keeping these Vikings busy. There's a lot of Vikings. 5 Vikings. Honestly, if these 5 Vikings go across the map, land in the main base of AreZ, like Vikings can deal a lot of damage. They do bonus to mechanical as well, I believe. So like they can even go toe to toe with the Cyclones and the tank, like especially if they're unsieged. So there's a lot of danger here, a lot of potential with these Vikings. Unfortunately for WhiteIdra, like the Vikings are kind of wasting a lot of time dealing with this proxy. I say wasting, I guess this is going to deny any more production, right? There is value here, but I do think that this could have been a little bit more valuable across the map harassing. And we may end up in a normal game from here. Sure, like WhiteIdra is going to be incredibly aggressive, and it makes a lot of sense, but if AreZ is able to defend, then both players are going to have 2 bases, they're going to get their natural, things are going to reset a little bit. I say reset a little bit, AreZ is almost double the worker count of WhiteIdra, so WhiteIdra has a lot to catch up on. Ooh, one of the Vikings taking a lot of damage. I still think, especially because like he can drop into the main. Oh, he scans, he sees the tank. What does he want to do? He dives in. No! Oh god! Almost decides to push in, but he does get focused down by the Cyclones. The medevac will fall, but the tank of AreZ gets focused down by the tanks of WhiteIdra. The focus fire was not there for AreZ. Ooh, the Banshee MVPs are coming in. There is one scan, but one tank does fall, and the Banshees move out of scan range. Is there more energy for a scan? No, there's not. There is not more energy, so these Banshees can clean up. Wow. The tanks are dealing some damage, but honestly not much. There we go. All the tanks do go down. Now the Cyclone can clean up. Finally, the Banshees fall, but honestly, mate, the Banshees, they paid for themselves. Oh, Jesus Christ. And this is great. Like, so I was hyping up WhiteIdra a little bit, you know, saying that, you know, he's been able to take maps off of some of these big names. AreZ, not so much. If I recall, he took a map off of B-Lord, which is pretty impressive. But he is still to break into that GM scene. Like, he's still around that high masters level, and it would be huge if he is able to take down someone like WhiteIdra. Yeah, very close in skill. More Cyclones are showing up. Only one tank to defend. Like, I don't see a world where WhiteIdra defends against this, right? Unless AreZ like miss micros heavily. Here we go. Who we looking on? We do see a lock on the Vikings, not the tank, so not the best trade for for AreZ. Ooh, and even in the middle of all this, there's a Widowmine. I didn't even notice him. Meanwhile, welcome Fernando to the chat. Yes, Parker Mike is here. He did sign up, and honestly, mate, there's a good chance that he makes it to the finals. There are some big names, but we're missing a couple of players. We're missing Jim Rising. I think that's probably the biggest one. Unfortunately, he's kind of busy playing in another tournament. Legion Cup is going on right now, so a bunch of the Latin American players are competing in that, including Jim Rising and Chan. But we still have plenty of others here. Ryu is here, Chaos Fate, Eric, the Zerg Lord, Pocket Mike. So we still have a very stacked bracket. Oh. Widowmine goes off, and there's a lot of Cyclones. Like, the battle mech is here. AreZ, he's taking a third base, he's getting fully saturated. Like, there's nothing stopping him from just pushing in here. To be fair, there is a tank on the high ground. Like, he's not going to trade very efficiently, but he can still bust his way through. And there we go, he does push on forward, focuses down one of the tanks, focuses down the other as well. He should be able to take down everything here in the natural base, but ooh, he takes a lot of losses. But I guess the damage has been done. He forced some lost mining time here, but WhiteIdra defends. Again, this tank putting in a lot of work on the high ground. Three kills on it. AreZ, he's trying to force his way through. And ooh, I guess forcing a cancel will be huge, and he does. And now he gets into the natural. Oh no, WhiteIdra, please. He pulls the boys. Ay. And again, behind this AreZ, he's perfectly fine. He's macroing up. He's going full mech, by the way. We have 5 factories with full production. And again, like, it's not great pushing into siege tanks. So WhiteIdra is trading really efficiently, like incredibly efficiently. But how efficient can you really get, right? Like, this it's a numbers game at this point. This may not be the best army against like tank Viking, but it should be enough. Should be. There we go, he pushes in. Ooh, a lot of lock-ons wasted on the SCVs. AreZ gets forced back. Mate, AreZ, all you need to do, mate, makes it. There we go. I was like, make some goddamn starports, get some liberators, get some banshees again, you know? Then what the hell is this gonna do? This just shoots down, doesn't shoot up. So he is working on it, but it's gonna take a while. The starports only just started, so WhiteIdra has an opportunity here. He is working on his third. I say third, he's working on his fourth. He has a third orbital already done. The problem is that he just can't find a way to expand. Like, AreZ is just right outside his door. He just can't do it. He does have 3 SCV production at least, so you know he can kind of make those. He's gonna try and expand. This could be WhiteIdra's downfall. Oh god, I don't know how he tries to take this. We do see a massive on siege AreZ. Will he see this? He will not. AreZ rotating towards the top, trying to look for that third base. So honestly, that was so lucky by WhiteIdra. Finally, he gets his third base up and running, and because he's playing like a turtle mech style like this, like they're both playing mech but very differently. There's a world out there where WhiteIdra is able to turtle up and slowly get his third base up and running. It's unlikely, but it's possible. The thing that makes it unlikely are these Vikings, to be honest. Like, the Vikings, they're gonna reign supreme in the air and then just land on top of the tanks. So it's not gonna end well. Oh god. Ay. Meanwhile, welcome to the stream, everyone. Mortally Transparent Cupcake. That's that's an interesting name. I'm trying to picture that in my mind, and that's slightly terrifying. But okay, welcome. Let Ice Boss as well. Hope everyone enjoys the stream. Exclamation mark B in the chat if you want to have a look at the updated bracket. And meanwhile, here we go. AreZ pushes in, but takes a lot of losses. That's what I mean. This ground army is just not going to work against all of these tanks. And WhiteIdra, he's taking a 4th. Like, he's expanding, he's taking more bases. Meanwhile, AreZ, what's that Viking count looking like? There we go. Vikings are done. We have a transition into Liberators. This is what's going to end the game. This is the killing blow here. To be fair, it takes a while to get up and running, right? So WhiteIdra, he needs to prepare for this. Unfortunately, he doesn't know what he's up against. He doesn't know what's happening across the map, and he is making Vikings, but he only has one starport. He's working on the second starport now, but it's going to take a long time. It may almost be worth just littering the battlefield with missile turrets. Problem is, again, he doesn't know that there's a massive Liberator switch coming, so he doesn't know that he needs to prepare like that. And unfortunately, he hasn't been able to scan because of his low economy. He's been muling hard. Here we go. Tanks show up, Liberators show up, Vikings show up. Here we go. AreZ almost maxed out. He's got plenty of aces. He's got a 4th. He's got a 5th. Working on a 6th. And missile turrets are starting now, but it's a little bit late. I say that maybe just in time. But the missile turrets are being focused down by the tanks and the cyclones. Now we just need that leapfrog. Show us them freedom zones. I said show us. Siege up, puppy. Nothing shoots up, mate. It just doesn't work. And the SCV's building, the missile turrets are gonna go down, the tanks go down, Vikings push forward. There's nothing to stop this Brazilian Terran, mate. And landing the Vikings, I feel like that's just styling on your opponent at that point. All the tanks go down, WhiteIdra GG's out. And AreZ takes game 1. Hello, I'm here. Hello, for sure's. Hello, welcome. Good morning. Good morning, for sure's. But what an explosive game 1, and oh my god, we already have a couple of updates here. Updates that I did not expect. As we can see, apparently Chaos Fate went down. Right now, Darking, he's trying to confirm the result, whether Trunks actually beat Chaos Fate or whether it was actually a walkover and Trunks actually submitted the score incorrectly. Yep. Darking is on it. He's messaging Trunks, trying to figure that out. But that is that's always the problem with that's always the problem with Chaos Fate, honestly. I was very tempted to like try and cast Chaos Fate in the first round, but the problem with Chaos Fate is that he's unreliable. If you have tuned into the stream before and you've heard us talk about Chaos Fate, he's such a good player. He's an amazing player. But, you know, more often than not, he's late to tournaments. You know, even when he signs up, he's nowhere to be found. He's typically, you know, out drinking the night before, so he's hungover. Like, he's a great guy. He's a great kid. But, like, God, he's such a good player, but yeah. He's taking off after special a little bit too much. Meanwhile, we are here in game number 2 of this best of 3 series in the first round, and spawning in the top left hand corner of Romanticide LE, we have our Mexican Terran. He's pink. He's representing Team Unidos por el Vicio. It is WhiteIdra. Even though he's brown. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Romanticide LE, we have the Brazilian Terran. He's red, representing Death Zone Gaming. It is AreZ. Oh my god. He's doing it again, people. There we go. Both gases have been taken. We are on Romanticide, so it's a bit of a larger map. It can be a little bit harder to find these proxies. But I'm curious to see if this is going to be Marauder again. It's kind of far away, or if this is going to be Marauder, because there's no second SCV here. It's not going to be multiple racks. It shouldn't be multiple Raxes. So very interesting that AreZ is doing the same build, executed slightly differently. It's 8:30 p.m. here. Exclamation mark Funada for sure. And oh, there we go. So we have a very interesting proxy here. So at home, this looks just like game number 1, right? We have the 2 gases, you know, everything is missing. This time there is no tech lab on the racks, and we have the proxy factory. He's going to be going for that switch. This almost looks like, we'll see if he makes a starport after this, like a Hellion drop. Because he's going to be going for the switch, he's going to be making Hellions out of this factory, and then he can make a medevac after this from a starport. I assume that's what's going to happen here, but never, okay. He's not going for the swap. Oh my god, he's proxying a tank. He is straight up proxy tanking. You know what? I haven't seen this often this month, but this is the second time that I'm casting this, and I love it. Here we go. Show us the tank. Don't show us the cyclone. Huh. Huh. There it is. Who the hell proxies a tank? AreZ proxies a tank. He is going for it. I imagine with this starport, he's either going to be making a medevac or a Viking. Should be a medevac. The medevac will provide high ground vision as well as support the army. Oh my god. What? Huh? What? Two Vikings. Okay, I love it. I actually love this. So he doesn't just get high ground vision, he can land the Vikings, and the Vikings dish out a lot of damage. Meanwhile, at home, so we've been focusing a lot on what AreZ is doing. To be fair, it makes sense as it does get scouted. WhiteIdra knows everything. Meanwhile, WhiteIdra, he has been working on one base, but he's supply blocked. No, he's no production. Nothing's being made. He pulls the boys. Oh no, WhiteIdra, please just cool down the supply depot. The second one is about to finish up. A lot lost mining time already. Meanwhile, AreZ, he's taking his sweet time getting in. Here comes the cyclone. Ooh, picks up 1 Marine. Nice, everything counts here. And here we go, the tank is slowly leapfrogging forward. Still out of range of the bunker, a little bit of mispositioning, I feel. Here comes the second tank, edging a little bit closer. WhiteIdra is no longer supply blocked, his first tank is coming out. Oh, Cyclones almost pick up a Viking, but the Vikings are still there. Bunker does get salvaged, but this depot will fall. Nice target fire there, though. One of the tanks, oh my god, these Marines take a lot of damage. And I feel like that's it. I don't see a way where AreZ can push in. Like, his army is so weakened by the defenses of WhiteIdra. Even his Viking taking a lot of damage, like the Cyclone as well conditioned out to the Vikings. Like, I don't... What's the play here? I guess he could try and dive on the Vikings of WhiteIdra, but he's gonna take a lot of losses. Oh, never mind. Cyclone was out of position. Okay, nice snipe. Ugh. SCV gets taken out. And WhiteIdra's expanding. He knows that he's defended. Has he though? Ooh, we do have the unsiege. Land the Vikings might be. Land him! Land him! He lands them! Is it too late? Oh my god, WhiteIdra, what have you done? He's gonna lose a lot here. He loses the Cyclone, loses the tanks, and now we have Marines against Vikings. WhiteIdra, you didn't have to do this. No, ¿por qué? You had 2 tanks, you had the defender's advantage, you had the high ground. Oh my god, Anakin, why? And the boys are pulled. I think this is over, mate. Vikings are just so good. WhiteIdra, you were fine. GG. AreZ takes game number 2, 2-0. AreZ didn't have a follow-up. He didn't have a CC being built. He didn't. WhiteIdra just a little bit too impatient there. Just a bit. Pushes down the ramp into 5 Vikings. And GG gets called, mate.